Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Matthew here with Crescentvale. We're doing another self-graded video here. This one again is for the hobby. We're essentially sharing how we do our self-grading. It's a process. Not only that, this is a reference for those wanting to buy a little bit more expensive cards to be able to see different angles of the card, be able to understand our assessment of it. Quick disclaimer, the disclaimers every video, it's every web article we do on crescentvale.com, it's on every eBay posting we do. The disclaimer essentially, just to be transparent, is saying, hey, this card is essentially raw. You know, this will be, I think, the 40th card I've graded, self-graded. I would not be considered a professional grader. The grades would not be guaranteed to cross over at other companies for those grades, and the grades would not guarantee an increase on monetary value of the card. Now, you can essentially look at this card as being raw, and it's essentially the most. I cross-reference it to other cards. I use AI to cross-reference that. There's multiple forms of cross-referencing when it comes to grading this card with the assessment I give it. eBay has a condition. Whenever you post a raw card on eBay, they have a condition element option that you are required to put, and it's kind of broad. So essentially, this is just going more in depth to that condition of the card. Awesome. So that's the bit of the quick disclaimer. So the 96, 97, this is a Fleer metal. Michael Jordan, this is an insert, metal shredders. But just real quick, like, I think I even said that on this video. The 96, 97 year of Jordan was also Kobe's rookie, so it kind of has a bit of importance there. Recently did a review of this card. This is the base of the 96, 97 Fleer metal. And I might think I mentioned in this video, but this one's already up on our eBay account. So 96, 97 year is an awesome year. Fleer metal is an awesome card. It's great value. That card, this card, any Fleer metal card really is, especially from that year. They're just going to, I think, increase in value over time. So, you know, that's not a guarantee, but from what I've seen I think I've been collecting these Fleer metal cards since 2020, so 6 years. I've been collecting these cards, and they've just gone up in value. So, you know, will the market dip at times? Yeah. The market will dip. The stock market, the gold market, the housing market, it'll dip. And when it goes down, usually a sports card market will also probably take a dip around those times too. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes markets act independently. But I can't sit here and say it will always go up. I will just say over time, similar to stocks and stock markets and similar to other commodities, if you look at it long term, certain ones continue to go up. Now, I can't guarantee it, but anybody can also cross-reference these different commodities. In this case, they're collectibles, and check that out. Anywho, we're here to do self-grading. So that's what we're going to do. I've already taken a look at this card before this. I've cross-referenced it to other cards, and it's looking pretty immaculate. Now, I have about, I think, 3 other copies of this card. We'll go ahead and start with the surface. 3 other copies of this card, and wish I had the precious metals version of this, but happy with the non-precious metals because any and all Fleer metal cards are amazing to me. So yeah, just looking at the surface, not being able to really see any detectable flaws on the surface of the card. And that's great. Can't really see anything, just everything looks clean and smooth. On the front, we'll take a look at the back. And on the back as well, we're looking clean and smooth. Can't really see too much. Probably a fingerprint that I need to clean up. Just graded some acetate cards, clean that up before putting it into the slab. So that's kind of how I do it. Right before I put it in the slab, I make sure it's clean. So it did not detect any surface flaws on that, which is excellent. We'll go ahead and mark the surface down. Surface 10. We'll take a look at the centering, the edges, and the corners. And then we'll come up with a total grade after that. All right, we're going to take a look at centering next. Hopefully I'll be able to find some anchor points on this. And if you've watched some of the other videos, please do. Please watch all the videos. But essentially anchor points is where I break out the ruler, check the millimeters for differential spacing elements. And we'll just see. First, I've used this logo in previous videos to kind of identify distance from the logo to, and we're going to zoom in real quick, from like this logo to the edge of the card. And, you know, I use the anchor point on this card, and you can kind of see that is pretty symmetrical. And what do we get for the centering on this one? 10. So there you go. Whenever it's that level of symmetry, higher grades. This, I can already tell a different level of symmetry, 2.5 to the right there, and then the top will most likely be substantially different. So that is almost 5 millimeters. So a substantial difference on the top to bottom on the front of the card. But now if we look at the back, we'll see also if we have a similar differential. So from this text to the top, we have about 3 millimeters, which is average. Then we have text to the bottom here, which is also, and I think the logo probably, yeah, we can also use that logo as an anchor point. What we can see from here, it is also about 3. So on the back, the distance from the text to the top to the bottom is accurate. And let's see here. Usually I like to find 3 millimeters. 1, 2, 3. So 3 on that side. This was 2.5. So the only qualifier that is standing out is the distance from the top. And it'd be nice if there was more of an anchor point at the bottom. Can't really say I see one, so that's difficult. You know, cross-referencing, seeing a lot of different grades on this for the centering. We're going to go with a 9 on centering for this. We gave the other card a 10. There's fewer discrepancies. This, you know, we could essentially come up with a discrepancy at the top part here. And, yeah. So we'll have to do on this one. We'll just leave the card in a, I don't think that looking at the edges and the corners will really be distracted from this penny sleeve. And, you know, there is some whitening there on this corner here. And I don't know if this will help or hurt. This is a jeweler eye. Not really helping very much. Just the camera on the smartphone is what I'm going to use. So, yeah, some whitening. I give that like an 8 to 8.5 on that corner there. This corner, again, some whitening, 8, 8.5. This corner, a little stronger, 9. Probably going to arrive at an 8.5 on our corners. Yeah, just over time, these corners are going to have wear. And it looks like, I don't know if that is our penny sleeve, so we will need to take the penny sleeve card out of the penny sleeve to determine that surface of that bottom left corner on the surface. Okay, great, that was just the penny sleeve. But you can kind of get a little bit closer view. And that's 8.5 there. There's some whitening. Whitening there. Maybe even an 8 on our... And now I'm seeing the surface, this back corner. You can kind of see it too. Yeah, just some whitening. It almost feels like a discoloration. I don't think that is... lint. I think that is a imperfection. So originally we marked our surface down as a 10. I'm going to drop that down to a 9. Our corners are 8.5. So we have 2 9s and an 8.5. Now let's take a look at the edges. Hopefully this will put it at a 9, and then we can average it out at a 9. With an 8.5 on the corners, and I do think that this is in mint condition. Yeah, that's about it. I wouldn't say it's a 9.5. I would say it's closer to a 9, which I was kind of expecting. Yeah. So 3 9s and an 8.5 will arrive us at a 9 overall. And I do believe that is a fair assessment of this card, because really with the naked eye, I wasn't able to see much of the wear on the corners, but when we zoomed in, we saw a little bit more of it. So there we go. It's essentially how we do assessments. We zoom in, we take closer looks, we get to the bottom of it. Thank you for watching. Continue to watch and enjoy yourself.